Hey, it's been a while. I know. After I did 12 Days of Christmas and more, which was my take on Vlogmas, I was tired. Today, I just kind of want to discuss channel review of 2022 and preview of 2023. You'll see me looking down because I'm looking at my notes. And for those of you who are new to the channel, hi, my name is Colette. I created this channel as a safe space with you in mind, and I am writing fully for Black women to just make it and be great. Okay. So that's me in a nutshell. Welcome to the channel. I first want to just go over a review of everything that happened for this YouTube channel, Colette Elizabeth, in 2022. So we started the channel on April the 20th, 2022. My first video, my very first video was called Do Black Women Stay on Jobs That Are Harmful in Pursuit of the American Dream? And I published that video on April 21st, 2022. And that video has gotten quite a few views, if I must say so myself. I'll put a link to that video in the description box below, but it was my very first video. And it actually was I was in a YouTube challenge that was put on by Stephanie Perry, and she is a content creator. She has two channels now. She has Stephanie Perry and Stephanie Perry Media, but she is a YouTube success coach. So my very first video was the challenge project that we had to do. So I did it. It was not edited. It was the first time I ever recorded on Zoom. And so I just did the thing. So that was my first video. Speaking of views, since its inception, this channel has received about 14,624 views as of the recording of this particular video. So I'm pretty excited about that. I've published 60 videos. This video will make 61. So, for a person who had never recorded, I'm pretty proud of it. And besides this break that I took from the last video that I published that had to do with the 12 Days of Christmas, and now I've been pretty consistent. Started off doing, I think, 2 videos a week, and I kind of moved it between 2 and 1 video a week. And I think I'm going to probably continue doing it like that because it's just a lot of work to do the videos. I'm starting to learn how to edit, and I'll talk a little bit about that. So the next thing I want to talk about, because we're still talking about what happened in 2022, the highest performing video that I had was why are Black women leaving their jobs and joining the Great Resignation? People lost their mind on that video. I mean, people were watching it. That video received over 6,100 views. And I know some people may be looking and saying that's not a lot of views, but when you have a subscriber base of just 500, and I think I have 51 subscribers now, and you have views of one video of 6,100 views, that's a lot. That is a lot. And I got a lot of comments on that video. And that's really one of the only videos where I actually got some dislikes. I'm here for it. You can like the video, you can dislike the video. YouTube counts it all as engagement. That is one of the videos where I got some negative comments, some arguments took place. So it is what it is. And I'll talk about that video a little later on in this video. I wanted this channel to serve as a place where Black women can get resources. And as such, I added featured channels to the channel tab on my channel. And so what it shows is a list of other Black women content creator who cover and discuss a myriad of topics, from health and wellness to finances to lifestyle to travel. So that's why I created that. And I'm not sure if everyone knows this, but in order to be seen on YouTube, you rely on the algorithm. So the algorithm of YouTube is what pushes the videos out to people for them to be suggested, or I directly let folks know about me posting videos. So some of you know that way, but most of the views to my channel, they come from YouTube pushing that video out, and it relies on the algorithm. So what YouTube does is it looks at your viewing activity and it continues to push you things that you have been looking for. For example, you browse and say, I want to learn a little bit about traveling to Mexico. You put that in your browser search, then you'll get all these videos about traveling to Mexico. YouTube will then, once you start watching those videos, YouTube would then start pushing you videos about traveling to Mexico. You might decide to get more specific, Black women traveling to Mexico. Well, then videos will pop up about that have to do with Black women traveling to Mexico. Then you start viewing those videos. YouTube will start sending you those videos. So that's a little bit about how the algorithm works. And the reason why I wanted to explain it is because some of these Black women content creators that I have on the featured channel, you may not know about them. And because you don't know about them, you may not know what to put in to get them. So I wanted to put them in a place where, hey, you can go to my featured channels. For example, I have people who travel. You can go to the travel tab. I have them in different sections, and you can check them out. You want cooking, have folks on cooking. And I'm not saying that I agree with everything that everybody presents on their channel. So I want to make that clear. I just wanted to connect you all with other Black women content creators. Is basically what I'm doing. Okay. So that is that. And again, you can find the featured channels when you go to my homepage, you click on channels, and below my videos, you'll see featured channels. And then you'll see all the different sections. And keep in mind, those sections may change. I may take some of the channels off, add other channels. The other thing I did in 2023 is I did several collaborations with other YouTube channels. I'm really excited about that. And I also did quite a few interviews. So I tried to do some stuff this year. I also wanted to make sure that I pointed out that for me, this YouTube channel is all about community building. When I was growing up, you had three stations really. You had NBC, CBS, and ABC. That's all you had. And then some of us had PBS, Public Broadcasting Service. So that's all you had. You didn't have any other channels. I brought that up because with those other channels, you were forced to look at, if you wanted to look at any content, you looked at stuff of people who mostly did not look like you and did not talk about your concerns and things that you are interested in. What I love about this YouTube platform is anybody can create a channel. That means anybody can come on here, create a channel, talk about what they want to talk about as long as it falls within the YouTube's community guidelines. And you, the viewers, have an opportunity to select and choose where you want to spend your time. So that's the great thing about YouTube. For me, I didn't create the channel to get a million views or whatever. I'm going to take the million views if I get them. And when you guys share the videos out, that's a good thing. But I really created the channel because I wanted to create a community that I wanted to be a part of. Okay, so that's what one of my main goals, to create a community of like-minded Black women who are committed to just being, like Michelle Obama's book, I think it's called Being, or something like that, and cheering each other on, cheering on other sisters. We don't have to compete on everything, right? But just cheering each other on, supporting one another as we travel our individual paths, because we each have a different path in life. Some of us may walk the journey together for a time or for a season, and then there may be a time when we part, and this person goes this left and the other person goes right, and they may travel that journey and meet some other sisters. No harm, no foul. We all love each other, and that's the kind of community that I want to create. We don't think the same, we don't worship the same, we don't believe the same necessarily, right? But I wanted to have a channel where, hey, if a sister has something that's going on and she need a resource, this other sister knows about it, hey, post it in the comments. Now, one thing I don't want in the comments is, people advertising things like that, and we kind of know that that's just etiquette. You don't advertise in somebody else's space without asking permission first, right? We got all that. So I say all this to say I started to create and publish inspirational posts. And so some of you may have seen those posts. I post them. If you ever want to see the posts that I put up, they're in the community tab. So you go to the homepage, you click on community tab, and then my posts come up. And I think to date, I've done 18. Okay. So again, you can find those under the community posts. I try to be more consistent with those. And for people who don't know what those posts serve, the purpose they serve, it's kind of like Instagram on YouTube. That's the easiest way that I can talk about it. It's Instagram on YouTube. If you watch the channel, those posts, when you click onto YouTube, like if you're going from your mobile phone or if you're going to the computer, if you're watching the channel, then they should pop up. They don't always pop up. It depends on how YouTube pushes them out, but they should pop up. And if they don't, just go to the community channel. And you might want to do that periodically because that's where I'll be posting information about upcoming videos, channel announcements. I'll conduct polls to get your opinion about things. I'll ask you questions. For example, speaking of polls, I conducted my very first poll and I asked the viewers if you wanted me to have regularly scheduled lives. And so this question was posed to me during my very first live, you guys. Yes, I conducted my very first live on November 21st, 2022. It was called Ask Me Anything. So it was an Ask Me Anything live. And it was a ghetto hot mess. I was on there for the first 10 minutes trying to figure out how to go live. And we had so much fun. And I did say ghetto hot mess. For me, ghetto is not a bad thing. Hey, it's what it is. Okay. And that's what it was. And it was all the way good. We had a good time. We had a ball. So I did not cut the bloopers out because I talked to different people and they were like, keep it in there because I was going to edit the video and take it out. So what I ended up doing is I put a date stamp, a timestamp in there. So if you want to skip the bloopers, which is the entire beginning, right? I'm talking to my YouTube sister support, Danny from Natural Ally D, for 10 minutes trying to figure out, okay, Danny, you can hear me on the phone, you can see me on the phone, you can hear her on the phone. So it was a lot of fun. We had so much fun, so much fun. One of my brothers, and yes, the brothers do watch the channel, even though I say the channel is curated for Black women, the brothers are all in it and it's all good. Some of them get upset when I say that the channel is curated for Black women, and that's okay, you could come. But my biological brothers watch the channel, and so do my god brother. And so my brother called me and just give you a little bit about the live. And he told me he laughed so much. He said, Colette, I laughed so much. It was so funny. It was so much fun. And he said he had a ball. He said he had so much fun. He had to question himself and say, wait a minute, this is for women. Because my brother's a guy. He's a biker, an electrician. All my brothers, all of them are guys. And so they, and then my god brother was all in the comments. He's always in the comments anyway. Him and his wife watch. Hey, Rob, love you. Thank you for your support. My cousins watch. I have them laughing. And I think it's because they know that when I'm on here talking, I'm me. I'm not putting on no acts. I might be looking at a script of things to remind myself of what to talk to you about, but this is Colette, okay? This is who she is. That was just something. But anyway, the poll based on the question, and that question came from somebody, that person was from Tanzania. Okay. They were on the live and they're like, hey, are you going to give, regular lives? And so I said, I don't know. I'll link that live in the description box below. And you can find any lives that I do, you can find it under the live tab. So if you come to the home channel and you click on videos, that's going to show my pre-recorded videos. Like this is a pre-recorded videos. But if you click on the live tab, that'll show the lives. At the recording of this video, I've done one live, and that was the first one. So getting back to my first poll, the question was, would you like for me to add regularly scheduled live streams to the channel? And the choices were, yes, let's do it. The other one was, no, I'm cool with just recorded content. So that was the question. I'll talk a little bit more about the results, from that poll later on in the video. So we've talked about the stats of the channel. Now let's talk about the things that I have learned while building this channel. I talked earlier, I learned how to record a video on YouTube. I still don't really know how to record them on my phone and put them on the computer. So I'll be learning that out. Like I mentioned in a prior video, I'll be asking one of the kids to show me how to do that. I learned how to edit videos using YouTube's editing software. So you'll notice in the first video that I created, in the beginning, you hear some sounds. Well, at that point, I didn't know how to edit. Okay, I didn't know how to clip that. And so I was going to go back as I learned to use the YouTube software. I was going to go back and start editing my prior videos, but I said, no, I'm not going to do that. I want people to see the progression. And the reason why is because I want people to see, look, this person did it. I can do it. She's older. I'm 56. That you can do it at any age. That's what I'm getting at. I want you to see the progression. And you might say, well, look, Colette, your video now don't look too much better than the first video. I get that. That's good. That's all right. It's getting better. I watch a video content creator. His name is Roberto Blake. He a brother out of Atlanta. And I get a lot of information from him. And one of the things he made, he said, and I'll link his channel and that video in my description box. But he said, just do 100 crappy videos. Do 100 crappy videos and get 1% better each time. That changed something for me because I tend to be a perfectionist. Perfectionism is horrific if you're trying to get things done because you don't get anything done. Everything got to be perfect. And what we know is everything is never perfect. So had I been trying to wait to start this channel until I learned how to properly shoot a video, until I learned how to edit a video, till my sound was right, till my lighting was right, till I knew how to the camera, until the background was right, we wouldn't have had a channel. We wouldn't have had a channel. So listening to Roberto Blake and my YouTube success coach, Stephanie Perry, who said, I said, I don't know how to edit. She said, don't edit, just bring up the video. That was the project. Bring it up. If I had not listened to them and had let the fear of everything has to be perfect before I started this channel, we wouldn't have had a channel. I know I'm going off on a little tangent, but I wanted to bring it up because there are some things that we all want to do, and we're just waiting for the perfect circumstances. And I'm not talking about doing things that are not safe. Okay, that's going to put you in harm's way, and doing it at the wrong time may hurt you. No, I'm not talking about that. I mean things that we want to do, but our mindset is stopping us. And sometimes we don't recognize it's our mindset. Sometimes we don't understand, and sometimes we do understand and we do it anyway. So long story, do your thing. Okay, do your thing. All right. It may be a little raggedy in the beginning. That's all right. Raggedy's okay. Let it be a little raggedy. Maybe janky in the beginning. Janky's okay. Let it be janky. It may be janky in the beginning. It may be janky continuously. I am not against janky. Okay. So do you. So I learned to record. I learned to edit video using the YouTube software. But guess what? I also learned how to edit using an additional software that I purchased. Oh, actually, I learned how to edit using a third software. So you'll see my stuff getting a little better. You'll see. I've learned how to add text to the videos. See, for me, it has to be easy. I have to be able to look at it because, I ain't going to read the instructions, which is horrible. I'm not going to read them. I'm going to look. I'm going to bring up. I'm going to go to YouTube University. I'm going to bring something up. I'm going to look at them do click, click, click. Now, if you're doing more than like 5 clicks, I'm going to click off your video. And I definitely am not going to try it. I need to have maybe no more than 4 clicks, up to 5. That's just me. Attention span is kind of short. If you're taking too long and all that stuff, you got long this and that, I ain't going to watch it. You may say, Colette, you long talking about that. That's true. That's true. I do. I am long-winded. So learn how to add text to videos. There won't be text in this video because I want to get it up. This should have been up. I was planning to put this up December 31st. Then I was planning on doing a live yesterday, which would have been Saturday, the 6th, but I mean Friday, the 6th, but I didn't do it. So we here today. So let's see. I learned how to create playlists on YouTube. I was so excited to do playlists because some of you who might be younger, we had playlists growing up. We used to do the mixtapes and we did different little playlists. So I like playlists. I like stuff to just, if I can click on one playlist and it plays all the other stuff. So I love it. It reminds me of a video album, if you will. So I have 8 playlists. So if you want to see the playlist, you can click under the playlist tab. And it would help my channel too if you do click on the playlist and just let it play in the background while you're cooking, doing your housework or studying or whatever you're doing. It helps my channel because it builds up the watch time. So if you want to do that, that's cool. But you can find the playlist under the playlist tab. Again, that's on the homepage. Okay. Let's see. Did I get everything on this page? I think I did. So what am I proud of? I am so proud of myself that I actually did it. I created the channel. And I'm also proud of the fact that I have been pretty consistent, as I stated earlier, posting content because it can kind of be frustrating because it's a lot of getting up, doing the videos. I was retired and shoot, putting on makeup and I got a little bit on today. Going out, taking the pictures, putting on clothes. That can be, it can be kind of, it's a lot of work, right? And then this video afterwards, I got to go through and do the editing and do what needs to be done. And I don't do heavy editing, like I don't do pictures and all that kind of stuff. I haven't learned that yet. I plan to learn it, but I'm really proud of myself that I was consistent. So giving myself a round of applause. And you guys can applause too. And actually, you can put some claps in the comments to let me know if you're proud of me or not. Well, if you're not proud, keep it to yourself. But if you are proud, go ahead and give me some hand claps. I'm also very proud that I did a mini Vlogmas. Vlogmas is kind of what people do. They'll do 25 days. I didn't do 25 days. I didn't do that. So I did my own little thing. I'm from California. We do what we want. We make up our own stuff. So I did a mini Vlogmas meets 12 days of Christmas, which I called 12 days of Christmas and more. So you might say, Colette, why did you call it like however many days you record it instead of 12 days of Christmas and more? Why didn't you call it however? You got 14 videos of, why didn't you just say 14 days of Christmas? Well, because I didn't know how many days I was going to do it. To be honest with you, I didn't even know if I was going to get 12 days of content out. I said, let me get this content out. I said 12 days. And so I was committed to 12 days, right? But then as stuff happened and even comments from the viewers, there were things that would come up in my mind and my spirit. I said, let me talk briefly about that because I wanted the 12 days of Christmas and more to be a collection of video love letters to you guys, is what I'm calling them. Because sometimes for a lot of people, I shouldn't say a lot, but for a number of people, the holidays can be very, very challenging because it's a time where people lose people and time when people who normally don't feel lonely, they feel lonely. And I just wanted it to be a love letter to my viewers, that they could share with other folks to just encourage folks. You know what I mean? And that's why it's called the gifts of. You'll look at the thumbnails and it's the gifts of, the gift of this and the gift of that. And I think I'm going to continue the gifts. So I'll figure out a name. I may just keep it under 12 days of Christmas plus more because that could be the more, but we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I'm in California. Californians, we tend to do what we want to do. Okay. And so there's that. I presented during the 12 days of Christmas and more 14 topics, and for the 14 days, which I called gifts. So these love letters consisted of the gift of encouragement, of joy, peace, hope, grace, intention, now, wisdom, silence, forgiveness, goodbye, choice, and you. And that's what they are so far. I have a video that I will be doing coming up that will add on to the gifts. So again, those were gifts of encouragement to you all. And they're not long. I think the longest one is like 11 minutes. Shortest one is like 3 minutes. That's another thing with YouTube. Some of you may not, it may not come in your up in your feed, because if the videos, I think if they're less than 4 minutes, I can't remember, then they don't get pushed as much. So you may not have seen it. And that's okay. You can go back and look at them, because even though I released them around Christmas, they're not necessarily only for Christmas. You may decide you may need some encouragement. You may need to go back and listen to some throughout the year, and that's cool. And share them with people who you think may can benefit. They really are very short, but they're powerful, if I have to say so. And some of the gifts were things that I needed for myself. In the Bible, I believe there's a part in there where David, he encourages himself. Sometimes you got to encourage yourself. So I decided to share my encouragement that I was encouraging myself with you all. And like you guys, I've lost people. And so it's kind of hard sometimes around Christmas, but it can be a joyous occasion and we can all get through this thing. So you might want to check them out. Again, like I said, they're ranging from, I think, a little bit between three. I got one that's around 3 minutes and 33 seconds, and one that's the longest one is 11 minutes and like 29 seconds or something like that. I'll link the playlist in the description box below. So, again, if I'm honest, I'm not always consistent about things that as I'd like to be, but I have been pretty consistent with the channel. So I am so proud of myself. And again, give me those claps in the comments. It encourages me to go on to continue doing videos. Okay. You don't even have to say that. Just give me some hands or whatever, a thumbs up or something. So we talked about the channel milestones for 2022. Let's talk about what's going to happen in 2023. 2023. So going back to the poll, okay, the poll where I asked you all about lives. Do you want me to do some regularly scheduled lives? 90% of those who responded want me to schedule lives. So we will be doing lives every first Friday night of the month. And I didn't do it this past Friday but we'll start doing them the first Friday of February. Now I am going to do a live, or I plan to do a live on my birthday, which is January 28th. That is a Saturday. I plan to do a live then. We'll see if I do it, but I plan to do that if all goes well. But we'll call these lives we call First Friday Night Lives. Okay. And I'm thinking it's going to be at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I believe that's 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know all them standard time things, but it's going to be 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time every first Friday of the month. So that's coming. All right, that's coming. And so I'm so excited. And in this first video, you guys can give me some topics that you want to discuss. If not, we can discuss a response to my first video, because like I said, that video was something else. Even though it was not my most watched video, it had a lot of views and a lot of comments. And so we can discuss that. People may want to know, how have I changed my mind about it? And so we'll see. We'll see what the topics will be. And I'll probably talk about some lessons learned from a question from my first live that I missed. Somebody had asked me questions about lessons learned. And during the first video, I had asked me anything and I missed the question. So I may discuss that then or make an entire video about it. We'll see. You guys put what you want to talk about during the first live, and that's going to be February. I don't have mine. Let me look at my calendar here. That one is going to be, I'll give you the date here. That's going to be February. Oh, so that would be February the 3rd, about 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I'll send a post out and I'll let you guys know ahead of time. So I'm pretty excited about that. That's all I have for this video. I just hope you guys all have an amazing 2023. and just work with me and follow me. And some of you may have channels. Maybe we can get together, do some collabs. But thank you so very much for watching, for liking, for sharing, for being so patient. I appreciate it. Let's just watch me grow, and I'll watch you guys grow, and let's just do this thing together. Blessings and peace. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want more content from me, subscribe to the channel. When you do subscribe, remember to hit that notification bell so that you are notified when I upload new videos. Again, thank you so much for watching. Blessings and peace. And we gonna do 2023 like, hey, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. All righty. Talk soon, guys. Bye.